Hey there everyone, and welcome to our video today. I'm really excited about this topic and it is going to be really helpful for you if you feel like it is just a struggle to get the weight to budge. Maybe you're somebody that has been trying to eat healthy, you're trying to, reduce your calories or make changes, but it's like that weight is just not coming off, especially maybe around the midsection. Or maybe you're somebody who's just having trouble like staying committed and being motivated to do what it takes to lose the weight. So if you can relate to that at all, I am really excited for you to watch this video today, because what I'm going to do is go over 5 of the most common obstacles that are likely stopping you from losing weight, that are making it hard for the weight to come off. And I'm going to share with you my favorite way to really jumpstart your metabolism and prime your body for healthy weight loss so that it will come off with a lot more ease. So that is the plan for the day. If we haven't met yet, I'm Christina Johnson. I'm a transformational nutrition coach. I'm the owner of Christina Johnson Wellness and founder of the Emerge Weight Loss Method. And I focus on helping women lose weight in a healthy and sustainable way so that they feel better and fit more comfortably into their clothes. Okay, so as we get started, the first thing I just want to address is that what we need to realize is that when you have extra weight on your body, that is a symptom of an underlying issue. It's not really the weight itself that's a problem. It's these things that are going on underneath the surface that's causing the weight to not want to come off, or that's, causing the weight to come on. And so my whole philosophy is to figure out what is at the root of the issue. Like, what is making it hard for you to lose weight? What is making it hard to maintain weight loss? And we need to address that underlying root cause so that the weight comes off more easily and so that you can maintain it once you lose the weight. So today we're going to go over 5 of the really common obstacles that I'm seeing over and over, both in my own life, but also with the women that I work with. And these are the things that are making it hard to lose the weight. So let's just dive right in. Number 1. This is a big one, and it's food sensitivities. So you may or may not have heard about this before, but a food sensitivity, it's different than an allergy, because a food allergy is something, when you eat a food and you have this immediate life-threatening reaction. But a food sensitivity is a little different. It's a food that your body just is not digesting well and it's not tolerating well. So you eat it, and then over the course of the next 72 hours, it's triggering this immune response in your body. And if you're eating this food, even 2-3 times a week, it's creating this level of inflammation within your body because your body's just not tolerating it well. And the problem is that when you're eating that food, even just a couple times a week, that your body is just not tolerating well, it's going to cause a variety of issues. So 1 is it's going to create inflammation, but 2, it will make it really hard to lose weight. And I've noticed this for myself. When I'm eating a food that I'm sensitive to, it's like no matter what I do, like the number on the scale just won't budge, or it goes up. And so a food sensitivity can really make it difficult to lose weight. But not only that, when you're eating foods you're sensitive to, you will notice that you have all these other symptoms where you just don't feel good. Maybe you have, a little bit more like fatigue, or your sleep is disrupted, or you're having headaches or acne, or maybe digestive issues, or, allergy symptoms. All of these things can be contributed to food sensitivities. And so that is the first factor that we really want to look at. If it's just seeming like the weight's not budging, we want to figure out, are there any foods that are problematic for you? And it varies so much from person to person. So that's the first obstacle. The second one, and this is another big one that is not often talked about and not often thought about, but it is your liver. So if your liver is overworked or overburdened, it's going to be really hard to lose weight. And here's the thing, like, we don't quite realize it, but your liver it plays such an important role in your overall health. It plays a huge role in your hormones. So if you feel like your hormones aren't well balanced and aren't, doing what they should be doing, then we need to look at the liver. Even things like cortisol and stress response can be impacted by the liver. Your liver is responsible to filter out all the toxins and everything that we're exposed to every day. Your liver plays a role in metabolism. So there's just so many things that your liver is responsible for. And what happens is that it can become a little bit overworked. And so imagine this, there's, a good analogy, it's called the barrel effect. But imagine we have this big barrel, and in that barrel, there's holes in the bottom. And so if we were to just pour a little bit of water, like some drips of water into that barrel, what's going to happen is that the drips of water would then go out through the bottom of the barrel. And that's what we want to do with our liver. We tax our liver in different ways every day through things we do. And a little bit here and there, our liver can process it and filter it, and life goes on. Great. But what happens in that barrel if instead of just drops of water, we're putting in a bucket of water? And so there's this downpour of water. What's going to happen is that, the water is not going to be released through the bottom, and the water is going to fill up the barrel. And this is what happens to our liver. We can be so just exposed to so many different things that can tax the liver throughout our daily life that it just gets overworked, and it can't keep up. It can't let all of that water, from our analogy, out. And so that's going to make it hard to lose weight. That will cause your body, because your liver kind of can act as a pantry where it's storing fuel for later use. But if it's not working properly, then what can happen is that your body's not going to be able to burn that liver or that fuel properly. And so your metabolism is affected, your ability to lose weight is affected, your ability to maintain hormone balance is going to be affected when your liver is just struggling, when it's just not able to keep up. Okay, the third thing that might be impacting your weight loss is sugar and processed carbs. So this is a big one. When we're eating even a moderate amount of sugar and processed carbs, and by processed carbs, I'm talking about things, made from flour, the baked goods, pastas, all of those kinds of things. When we're consuming a lot of sugar and flour, it will spike our blood sugar. And so we get on this blood sugar roller coaster. And every time our blood sugar spikes, then our body has to release insulin, and insulin's job is to store that extra sugar in the body. So we're basically turning on fat storage instead of being able to burn fat. So we need to be able to manage the sugar and flour. Not that you have to avoid it completely always, but we want to be able to really get our blood sugar balanced so that our body is not in fat storage mode. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, and welcome those of you that are just joining. Say hi in the chat if you are watching, and if you're watching on the replay, let me know. You can put #replay. And I'd also love to know, as I'm going, if you can relate to any of these so far. So quick recap, number 1 was the food sensitivities. So you can even just put a number 1 in the chat or the comments if you think that might be an issue for you. Number 2 was the liver, just being overworked. So you can put a number 2 in the comments if you relate to that one. Number 3 is too much sugar and flour, and that's causing our blood sugar to be not balanced. And number 4, this one's another big one. It is the bad habits, stress eating and emotional eating. So often, we're trying really hard to lose weight, but we have those bad habits that have just crept in that we have a really hard time kicking. We're eating because we're stressed. We're eating for comfort. We're eating because we're just in the habit of having a snack in the afternoon, or because we like something sweet after dinner. And so those bad habits that we've gotten in, and the stress eating and the emotional eating, just makes it really hard to stick with eating healthy long enough to be able to successfully lose weight. So that's the 4th one. If you can relate to that one, put a 4 in the comments for me. And then number 5, this is another big one, and it's chronic inflammation. So it's not something we often think about in regards to weight loss, but here's how it's linked. So first of all, inflammation is really at the root of so many chronic health issues, even things like heart disease and Alzheimer's and autoimmune conditions. Like there's so many things that can be linked to chronic inflammation from one reason or another. And also having that inflammation in our body is going to make it really hard for our body to be healthy enough in order to lose weight. And so in order to lose weight successfully, we need to lower the inflammation in our body. And it just goes back to this idea that, so often people tell me that they want to lose weight so that they improve their health. They want to lose weight so that they feel better, so that they reduce their risk of heart disease or, diabetes, or just to have more energy to feel better. And in reality, we need to reverse this. We need to focus on improving our health first, on reducing inflammation, on just supporting our liver, priming our metabolism so that we can lose weight more easily, so that we feel better, so that we reduce our risk of all kinds of chronic health issues. It really has to start with focusing on supporting our health first. So those are the 5 big obstacles that do tend to contribute to just that stubborn weight loss, to the midsection belly weight, to not being able to keep the weight off when you lose it. So once again, if you can relate to any of those 5, or if you think any of those 5 in particular might be part of the issue for you, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious just to know which ones you can relate to or which ones you think might be helpful for you to focus on. And as you're doing that, I want to share like the best, most effective way that I found to jumpstart weight loss. And that is by doing a clean eating detox. Because when you do a clean eating detox the right way, what happens is that you will reduce inflammation in your body. You will break bad habits. You will figure out if you have food sensitivities. You will get your blood sugar balanced. And what happens then is that as you are improving the health of your body, it is so much easier for the weight to come off naturally. And that's really the goal with a clean eating detox. And so when I'm talking about that, I'm not referring to some like crazy restrictive plan where you're starving yourself or, drinking only juices or have to stay right next to the bathroom. That is not the type of detox that I recommend, because it can actually just be more harmful on the body or not support your metabolism in the way we want. But also a clean eating detox is a little bit more than just eating clean. So it's not just having this like clean eating meal plan to follow and following that for 3 weeks. Because what we want to do is we do want to be very intentional to pinpoint if there's food sensitivities that are stopping you from losing weight. We also want to make sure that we're really supporting the liver during this time so that you can eliminate toxins and so that you don't have all these like crazy detox side effects, because that's not really necessary. And we want to make sure that you're eating in a way so that you feel full and get rid of cravings so that it's easier to stick with for 3 full weeks. And so, that's why I just love doing a clean eating detox to just jumpstart your weight loss journey. Or if you've been on it for a while, it's a really great way to kind of reset your eating habits to support your body so that you can even get through a plateau or maybe continue losing weight a little bit more easily. And in all honesty, this is something that I do myself at least once a year, sometimes more, because every time I do one, I just feel so much better afterwards. And I eat healthy. I eat clean the majority of the time, but there's still, a little bit of bad habits that slip in here and there. And my liver still needs that little bit of support every now and then. And it really does make such a big difference in my energy, my sleep, getting rid of any random aches and pains that have crept in. And I just always get to the end of doing one, and I'm so grateful that I did. So if you are still watching and you're intrigued about this idea of doing a clean eating detox, I would love to invite you to join one that I am leading that's starting this coming Monday, February 26th, I believe. So this is something I offer as a group just a couple times a year. And so this next one is coming up pretty quickly. So what happens is you get the full detox plan. So it's not just eating clean for 21 days, but I will give you a detox plan plan where I will show you what to eat and how to eat, but then also I'm going to help you figure out if you have any food sensitivities. We'll talk about how to lower inflammation, how to support your liver so that you feel so much better while doing this. So you'll get like the full plan, you'll get meal plans that you can follow and lots of recipes. And also what I think is really helpful is to have a lot of support and accountability. So throughout this 21-day detox, we will have weekly coaching calls so that I can guide you through the program, answer any questions that you might have, and help you troubleshoot, like figure out how do you make this work? How do you handle it if you have to go out to eat, or if you have work meetings, or if you're traveling for a couple days? We will be able to work through all of those obstacles together so that you still get really great results. So there's lots of support. There's also a Facebook group where I will be in there every day to answer questions and just to cheer you on so that you can stick with this for 21 days. I know it can feel a little daunting at times to do something like this, but I promise you it is completely possible. And over again, I hear people who tell me, I really didn't think I'd be able to stick with it for 21 days. And they get to the end and it was a lot easier than they thought because we're doing it in such a way that you are feeling full, your cravings will go away, you're feeling healthy and energetic and feeling so much better that you want to stick with it till the end. So if you are interested, as soon as I pop off, I will put a link in the comments where you can go get all the information about the 21-day detox. It is $247 to join us. That gives you access to the plan and the group support for 3 weeks and all the coaching calls and Facebook group. And you'll have ongoing access to the materials so that you can do it again in the future. If you want to do one every year, like I do, you will be able to do that as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message or ask them in the comments below this video. I'll check back in. But I highly encourage you to make a decision. Like make a decision. I would encourage tonight because we get started soon, and once you enroll, I'll make sure you get all the materials so that you can be ready to go on Monday. Or if you need to be flexible and start a few days late, that is okay too. We can figure that out together. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to join us for the 21-day reset, I would love to see you there. I think in 3 weeks you will be so happy that you decided to do this. You will have lost weight, you'll have more energy, you'll be feeling better, and all the effort will be worth it. So I'll put the link in the comments in just a minute so that you can get all the details and get signed up for the reset, which begins on Monday. All right, have a wonderful night, and we will talk again soon. Bye.